The flood. Noah's journey. The sun was setting over the vast valley where Noah and his family worked tirelessly. For years, they had followed the Lord's instructions, building a massive ark according to divine measurements. The people around them mocked them, ridiculing the idea that a devastating rain would fall upon the earth. But Noah, a righteous and faithful man, remained steadfast in his mission, trusting in the words of the Creator. His sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, helped to raise the sturdy wooden structures, while their wives prepared the necessary supplies for the uncertain journey ahead. The ark became a great refuge, designed to withstand the forces of nature that were about to come. Entering the ark, the day finally arrived. The sky, once blue and serene, began to fill with heavy clouds. The wind blew fiercely, announcing the arrival of the storm. God commanded Noah to gather his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. They all entered the ark, accompanied by pairs of all the animals of the earth: lions, elephants, colorful birds, reptiles, domestic and wild animals, all in a symphony of sounds and movement. Once everyone was on board, the Lord himself shut the door of the ark, sealing the fate of humanity. Inside the ark, Noah and his family organized themselves into tasks to maintain order and care for every creature. The great flood. The first drop fell, followed by another and another. Soon the rain turned into an unrelenting downpour. The heavens opened, and the fountains of the deep burst forth, flooding the earth from all sides. Rivers overflowed, seas invaded the plains, and houses and cities disappeared beneath the waters. The cries of humanity in despair echoed, but it was too late. With each passing day, the waters rose even higher, covering mountains and valleys. Trees were swept away by the violent currents, and the winds roared like wild beasts. Noah and his family could hear the terrifying sound of the world being undone. They trusted in the Lord, but they could not help feeling deep sorrow for those who had refused the divine warning. Inside the ark, the days were long and challenging. Food was distributed carefully, and each family member had a role, from feeding the animals to ensuring the structure of the vessel remained secure. Despite the difficulties, Noah encouraged his family to remain hopeful and trust in divine providence. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain did not cease. The ark floated over the vast expanse of water, protecting its passengers from destruction. Noah and his family prayed and waited, confident in God's promise of salvation. Inside the ark, they kept busy caring for the animals, feeding them, and ensuring their safety. Despite the chaos outside, inside the ark, there was order and hope. The waters begin to recede. After 150 days, God sent a wind over the earth and the waters began to recede. Little by little, the tops of the mountains appeared, and the ark came to rest on Mount Ararat. Hope was rekindled in Noah's heart. Wanting to know if the land was dry, he released a raven, which flew back and forth but found no place to rest. Days later, he sent out a dove, but it returned, for there was still nowhere to land. 7 days later, he released the dove again, and this time it returned with an olive leaf in its beak. The earth was renewing itself. Noah waited a few more days and released the dove once more. This time, it did not return. As they waited for the land to become habitable again, Noah and his family explored the surroundings of the ark. The world had changed. The landscape was completely different from what they remembered. Mountains had risen, rivers had changed their courses, and forests had disappeared. But even in the face of this new reality, they knew they had a new beginning ahead. The new covenant God instructed Noah and his family to leave the ark, bringing the animals with them to repopulate the earth. As soon as he stepped on dry ground, Noah built an altar and offered a sacrifice to the Lord in gratitude for their salvation. God, in turn, made a covenant with Noah and all humanity, promising never again to destroy the earth with a flood. As a sign of this promise, he placed a rainbow in the sky, an eternal reminder of his mercy. The earth was renewed, and Noah and his family began a new chapter in human history. They spread across the land, giving rise to new nations and civilizations. The world had been purified, and a new hope shone under the post-flood sky. God's promise was firm, and humanity was given a second chance to live in righteousness. The rainbow shone brightly on the horizon, and Noah, looking at his children and grandchildren, knew that God would guide them toward a better future. The land, once devastated, would flourish again, and humanity, now with a new opportunity, was called to live according to divine precepts.